and we're ready today for any questions that you may have for me in any capacity that I can try and answer. And if anybody else has any answers to any questions, you can, feel free to share as well. So let's go around the room according to my screen. So we've got Sean, Helen, Fiona, Pamela, and Carleen. So I know usually you do either implementation or questions. So I just want to find out, is there anything that you need to be working on, that you want to work on in the next 55 minutes? Then let me know, and let me know what you're working on. And then obviously if you have any questions, you can still just ask me the questions. So Sean, what are you working on at the moment?
I'm going to create my speaker one-page website.
Nice. So when you say you're going to create a speaker one-page, what are you creating the content?
I've got all the content. Mm-hmm. And the next stage, I've got loads of speaker assets in a folder. Mm-hmm. I've got a couple of videos that I can use, and I have a speaker one page ready now. And now what I want to do is my sean-young.com website that was for my coaching, which I've now put on the shelf. I just want to transform it to like one web page just for speaking gigs, for getting booked for speaking.
Nice.
So I figured that's what I'll do in this time.
Good. All right. That sounds good. So you're going to be uploading and doing all that in the background.
Playing.
Good. All right. Helen, what are you going to be working on?
I'm going to be updating my LinkedIn profile. So that it's more easy to find me as a speaker.
Easy to find you as a speaker, right? I like that. Because I assume because right now your focus is on paid speaking.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Okay, that makes sense. Fiona, welcome back. And tell us all, what will you be working on?
Thank you. Yes. Well, I've got my first corporate gig of the year coming up on June the 8th, and this is I did a day for them last year, and they've asked me to come back now for the slightly more senior managers, and I'm actually going to be in the room with them, so I'm really excited about that, getting back in the room and doing some training with them. So I'm getting my head into gear with that, and I do have and so that's one thing. There are other things coming up as well. I'm doing something, Pamela and I are both involved in a group, and we are going to be doing some masterminds for women going through the menopause, and my particular bit is finding your voice in that. So I have got a couple of questions. I've got one particularly for do you want to go round and then?
So I'm going to go round, just want to find out what everyone's working. So today you're going to be working on the particular offer for that corporate. Is that what you're going to be working on?
Yeah, I've got to pick up, just back from the beach. I've got to pick up, I was off, typical, came back and internet was down until 3 o'clock this afternoon. Welcome back. But I managed to stay chilled. And learn how to do more things on my phone. So I've got to pick things up, open it up, and get it going. Because I'm training tomorrow. So.
Love it. Good. Pamela, over to you. What will you be working on?
Well, like Fiona, we've got this pre-launch webinar to do on the 14th, so I've got to get ready for that. I'm also changing my website, and there's a few complications there because they're not communicating, and they made me a site that I absolutely hated. So I have to go back. And he said, but you said you wanted this, this, and this. I said, I did not want that. And I wanted it in English, and they put it in French. So I've got some challenges with that.
Right. Okay. All right. So you've got your work cut out there, definitely. Yeah. Carleen, over to you. What are you working on, or will you be working on in this time?
I am just trying to get some lead generation going. That's my biggest challenge at the moment. So just trying with that.
All right, so you're going to use this time to, are you going to work on a lead generation tool, or are you going to be actually doing some reaching out to a couple of people on LinkedIn or Instagram or wherever they are?
Yeah, I'm going to be reaching out to people. So when I'm on YouTube, I see people who are running webinars and things.
Yeah.
So I decided what I will do is just reach out to them and let them know that I can help with attendance and conversions. So I'll do that, see what comes of that.
Good. No problem. Brilliant. Patricia, hello. How are you doing? Good.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I see little Bubba's there to join us. What can you work on in the time that we have with Bubba?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to have her right now, but she's here. No, I do have to take another look at a new offer that I'm creating and kind of like define a couple of things. So I'll be working on that. Good.
I love that. So we all know what we're working on. I'm going to be here, available for any questions that may pop up. So let's call it we're going to give it, I'm not going to give it a whole 45 minutes because I just want to find out what you got done. So I need to leave about 5 minutes for that. So let's just do about 40 minutes of concentrated, about 35 to 40 minutes of concentrated work, uninterrupted work. Feel free if you want to turn your cameras off, that's perfectly fine as well. And around 10 to, let's come back in the room and let me see and let me hear what you've done in that time. Uninterrupted, no hubbies, no girlfriends. You got the baby, so Patricia, do what you can do. And let's see, I can guarantee you're going to get a lot of work done with uninterrupted time, no pinging of the phone. So let's get started. Fiona, you've got a question for me?
Yes. So now what I want to do, because as you know, a bit later in the year in September, I want this launch so that I've really developed my corporate work. Now that the school stuff is slowing down, got a lot in the June, but that's what my focus is. So I want to know how to make the best of this, to go into this. I know they're going to have a great day and but what I need to really sharpen up is before you go in to do something, to see what I'm going to get out of it in terms of marketing to get the next gig and to use it. This company, they are a PR and advertising company, and they've said they're very happy to take pictures of me and give me pictures, and you know, they promote me up on LinkedIn and all that sort of thing. So they're willing to do stuff. What's the sort of thing that I should be trying to get out of this, do you think?
So are you speaking at an event?
No, I'm training. It's a day's training. I've got 6 or 7 of them. They need to, it's about having gravitas in the room, really making good connections with their clients, with how they're speaking, their relationship. All right.
So you're definitely gonna, you said that they'll give you some footage.
Yeah.
What you definitely want is testimonials. Yeah. And I think the testimonials are going to make a big difference. And find out from any of the ones who are willing to give you a testimonial, if 1 or 2 of them, would they like to have a deeper conversation with you, that you can create a case study. So what it would look like is, this is what you got from today, which is, and the testimonials are going to be quite reactive. Oh, I learned this, I loved it, great, she was great. That's a testimonial. The case study now is, okay, you've done this, and you're going to say to them, I would love to follow your journey. I want you to really implement what I taught you today around gravitas, around confidence, speaking, whatever. And can I check back with you in a month's time? Yeah, and see if you're still utilizing it. So pick 2 people who you feel you could do that with. And then when you connect with them in a month's time, get another testimonial where they are now, and then you ask them one more time, I would love to check in with you in 1 month's time. So now you have a good 3 months worth of so it wouldn't be 3 months worth of testimonials. Basically, it'd be, you'll have content that you can create a case study. Now you can track it. You can say, this is where they started before. Then I came in, intervention here. Since then I've done this, and since then I've done that. So you can track it.
Yeah.
So that's and then you that case study, if you can get them to do it on video where you're talking to them, you do a Zoom interview with them. So you have questions. And then you'll say, so before I came in, how were you feeling about your role? How were you feeling? And, you know, how confident were you? And then you can say, and I came in, I delivered on this particular date. How are you feeling on that day? Yeah. And then you've got, like, they can now talk about, it's been 2-3 months and I'm feeling so much better. I can see the difference. That's a case study.
Okay, that sounds really good. And the testimonials, I'll get a couple written, but would it be good to film a couple on my phone and have the films?
Yeah, definitely. And get it straight after, because they're in high impact state, aren't they? Yeah, and you can just get as much on your phone as possible, because you can then convert that, and then you've got the Word version. And if you need it LinkedIn, you can just email them and say, I've transcribed what you said. Would you be able to copy it and do me a LinkedIn recommendation? And they don't need to think about it, because they're just copy and pasting what they've already said.
Right, brilliant. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's get to work.
This entrepreneur that was done by a top freelancer and fighter is simply wow. And those
now do it on your computer, and definitely register for Danita's event happening later. Awesome.
Do you know where I get the link to Denise's event? Is that on the link that was just put?
I've just put it in the chat. Look in the chat functionality, and it's also in UEP. Philip had put it in there today. I saw it in there today. Yeah.
What's UEP?
Ultimate Expert Program. The Facebook group that we're part of. All right. Yeah. Cool. So I want to check in with everybody now. So guys, let's start. Helen, how are you doing? How did you get some work done?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I have been updating my LinkedIn profile, so it will hopefully stop me being found in searches for HR professionals and instead be found as a speaker, or at least a coach.
Yeah. That is the one, isn't it? When I look and I see what I've been searched for, I'm thinking, why? So that's good. So you, what specific did you change? You don't need to go through all the details. Just give me a quick highlight.
well, in particular, it was going back through my old HR roles and updating the job titles. So
Yes.
they don't say HR manager anymore. It's a bit more convoluted, but it includes that I did coaching and training and mediation.
Yeah, I can see.
Because then LinkedIn can see those things.
That's right. Brilliant. Good for you. Good for you. Brilliant. Sean, how did you get on?
I've nearly got the one page done. I've just hid all my other pages. I've got one page. I've just got to put my one page speaker thing at the bottom for them to download, and then I'll leave it at that for now. And then I'll build the next page with more assets. I wanted to ask a question though.
Go for it.
Do I list my prices for speaking, or how do I do that? Like if there's a contact form at the end to contact me about speaking opportunities. So do I just leave it there and then let them? I would
just leave it there. So you put, and in my question, I put, what is your budget for paying speakers like me?
So I could put maybe a sort of survey on that part of the website that they need to see that they need to pay me.
Yeah, so you can do that.
What's the kind of budget? Is that the question?
Yeah, so it gives them some sort of direction. And they know that.
Can you say that question again? Sorry.
So I think I put, what is your budget for paying speakers like me or at my level? That's what I think I put.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
awesome.
Good for you. Good for you.
Thank you.
Awesome. I don't know if Patricia, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, good. Did you manage to get anything done?
I did review it, the offer. So yeah, I just need to see how I'm gonna go about marketing this.
Give me 3 ways you can market it. You tell me 3 ways you can market it.
So it's, I don't want to kind of like put it open out there to everybody, to be honest, because it's a very, I wanted to see how that is going to play out basically instead of before putting out to public. So I do wanted to send to my past clients because I think they can benefit from it. So one way is putting the email together to invite. I just don't know. I think my problem is like how I'm going to word the whole thing and the sales pitch around it, and not necessarily the channels that I can do it,
So you would need support in the wording, the copy.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Exactly. Okay. It's like how I'm going to go about pitching it and not necessarily where.
Okay. So this is a quick advice that I would probably do is have a look at other probably landing pages or
there's nothing like this.
Yeah, so you don't want their content, but there's a framework. There's definitely a framework to how copy is written. So you're just looking at the framework, not the content, because we all do similar or different things, but my content will always be different from yours. But you can see that if they ask questions at the beginning, and that's a tried and tested methodology that works, you ask your questions. And then if underneath you can see that now they've shared a testimonial, you will share a testimonial there. And then if you see they put more content around what the framework is, what the offer is, that's where you put your, so everything has a system. So you're just following the system, not the content. Yeah. So have a look at some other ones that you like and use that as a benchmark to create your content, but in the framework, because these are frameworks that have tried and tested and work. Yeah. So that's what you do. Good. All righty. Thank you. Fiona, how did you get on?
Yeah, good. Yes. Open everything up, went check right back with the original brief and what I said and what they liked and all that. I've got all the, I'm actually going to contact all the participants, give them a pre-workshop questionnaire to ask for things. So it's always helpful to know what they're looking for in the room. So exactly. I've realized I've got to get back to the HR person who organize it just to check. So when I can send it out, I can send them other joining details. I've gone through, had a look at some of the questions that I might ask, and I was dipping in and out of listening to you answering other people as well, which is very, very interesting. Always very interesting.
Good. Love it. Thank you, Fiona. Good for you. Pamela, how did you get on?
Well, as I said, I've been working with this guy that's changing my website, and initially it was, I'm paying him to do it, but then I suddenly realized I might as well go and find the pictures that I want. So it's going to take half the time. So I just concentrated and concentrate in getting the pictures that I want. So I'll be sending him an email tomorrow and telling him this is what I want him to do, and we will move on from there. I then worked on my promotion for this menopausal educational webinar, and I worked on that, and it has just come together.
I love it.
But I had to turn you off because I was so interested in it, and I thought, no, if I'm going to listen to all your wonderful advice, I had to come out. So I did disconnect myself.
Good. That's fine. That's fine. Everyone needs to do what they've got to do. That makes sense. Good for you, Pamela. Awesome. Carolina, my darling, how did you get on? In the short space of time you had.
Yes. So basically, I started organizing the second summit for the parents that I did last year as well. So I scheduled the work that I need to do. I plan to keep 10 of the last year speakers and find about 20 new ones. So if I want to send out the survey for the parents before the end of the school year, we need to have the titles much before that. Actually, if I want to collect before the answers before the end of the school year, I need to do it in this half-term holiday so that they can get it for the last 5 weeks in the schools. So I started approaching coaches and, people who work with families and parents or around them or could potentially work with them as well. So, and I was working on that list and scheduling the chats about it. So last year we donated the income to a charity that hasn't supported us whatsoever. So this year I decided to keep the income and share with the presenters so that it's kind of an affiliate.
Like an incentive as well. Yeah. Sounds
affiliate,
good.
Selling the tickets. And that's what I'm working on at the moment.
Good. Well, we've got, me and you, we have a session next week, I think, 1-to-1.
Yes.
So let's work on it. So let's use that hour and give me some work to do and I'll half your burden. All right?
Yes.
So have a think about it. Drop me an email what you want me to do so I can prepare myself mentally.
Amazing. Right. Thank you so much.
No problem. And last but not least, Colleen, I don't know if you managed to get anything done, but I hope the Q&A with me was enough.
Yeah, the Q&A was very helpful. Thank you.
Good. Brilliant. I think we're all covered. I think I've gone through everybody. Just double check. Any last questions before you go? Look at my husband in the background. Any last questions before you go and enjoy the rest of your day, your evenings? Any last questions? Go for it, Marta.
Yeah, I need some help in creating an email list. Who would be the best person to approach?
When you say creating the technical side of an email list?
Just getting an email. I've got people on WhatsApp, I've got people on Facebook, I've got people on Instagram, I've got people on emails, but I don't have an email list. I've got ActiveCampaign, but I don't know how to use it. It's like...
Nicola, book a session with Nicola. Let her make sure that you understand the workings of ActiveCampaign, and then what you need to do, if people are on your WhatsApp in different areas and you don't have a document or a lead magnet which is automated and connected to your ActiveCampaign, you have to ask them permission if you can take their email addresses, which is a long way around. But those are the two.
What I was thinking of for the last couple of years is I could do a newsletter and then contact all the people I know and say, I've just created a newsletter. Would you like to get it?
Yeah, and then ask them to, so you can either give them the link to the newsletter so they put in their email addresses, or manually you'll have to connect it, but you can't just add them to your newsletter.
Sure.
So you're doing the right thing, asking permission, and then say, here's the link. All you need to do is subscribe, and then they'll automatically be funneled into your active campaign. But definitely speak to Nicola, book you get your one-to-ones with Nicola as a book slot.
Brilliant, thank you.
Good, guys, it's been lovely. I don't usually do these sessions, but Simone is traveling back from Paris. He said that he had a lovely time. He said he had a lovely time at yours, Pamela. I need to come to Paris just to come and eat at your house.
You're very welcome. Just let me know. Anyone can come. Just let me know, and yeah.
I'm going to hold.
As you know, as Simone said, you know, I do cook quite well.
Whereabouts are you, Pamela?
I'm just outside Paris in France.
Oh,
brilliant. Okay, great. So guys, I'm going to let you go. Have an awesome evening, and I'm going to see all of you next week, Thursday, because gosh, the months are going so quickly, which is the 2nd of June, and we're going to be working on your accountability questions and preparing you for the month ahead. Alrighty, see you later, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.